Is it a boy or a girl? It's a They by Lindsay Harriott. This book is all about welcoming a new baby into the family and not knowing how that baby will identify when they grow up.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a reaction on children's books, children's gender identity books, children's books about trans and non-binary. And when I say children, I mean they actually are talking about 5-year-olds. They are also talking about babies, which some people call babies. So I'm sorry, but I just don't agree with this. And I think it's absurd. And I think it's a form of indoctrination. So with that, I'm going to react on a couple of videos that, first off, somebody sent me this really awesome one that I'm super excited to react with you all on. And then I have the one at the end. So with that, this one is like, I think 3 minutes long. So I'm going to cut it up a little bit and talk in between it. But before I move forward, I want to thank you so much. Can't do this channel without you. It means everything to me. I watch it grow. I love all your comments. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me on the lives. Thanks for everything. This channel would not be what it is if it wasn't for you. So remember to like, subscribe, the bell, notifications, all of the stuff, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know what to do. So with that, this video is crazy. Oh my gosh, but it's gold. It's awesome. I'm really excited to react to it with you. So I'm going to play about a minute, then I'll go to the other minute, Okay, so let's get on to this.
Hi, my name is Carlos Encenas. My wife Jenny and I, we have 2 boys, ages 11 and 9, and wanted to share an experience we had just last week with our oldest. So we learned that in his 5th grade class, his 5th grade teacher read a book called My Shadow is Pink.
Dad's shadow is blue. It is big. It is strong. But when I stand with it, I just feel so wrong. My heart skips a beat as I put on a dress.
Your shadow is pink. I see now, it's true. It's not just a shadow. It's your innermost you. So stand up with your shadow and yell, "This is me!" And some, they will love you, and some, they will not. But those that do love you, they'll love you a lot.
He went on to say, yeah, we read.
First off, I mean, really? Your shadow is pink or blue? So right there, those are stereotypes. They're stereotyping the shadow colors. Why can't your shadow be green? And what does that mean? That is totally 100% indoctrination. I don't care. It's indoctrination. Also, if you look at the little cartoon of the of the dad, all of a sudden the dad is wearing a dress. I don't know if you noticed that, but literally wearing a dress. And so what is that? What is the purpose of that right there? Most kids are not going to struggle with their gender. They're just not. It's a very rare thing. When you introduce this at an early age, you already are putting that into these kids' head when it probably was never even near their head. We are not discussing stereotypes. We should be knocking down stereotypes, not talking about these rigid gender roles that you're literally reinstating when you show this stuff to kids.
I read this book in class, the 5th grade class, and then we had to go to our buddy class, which is kindergartners, age 5, and we had to sit down with them, and then we watched a video of the same book being narrated in a video format.
His shadow loves dance with its turns and its twirls. Her shadow, she hides it. Her shadow likes girls.
I hoped that my buddy wouldn't understand what any of it meant. We both thought that it's not okay that they're showing this to kindergartners. And after, we had to do an activity where they drew a shadow with their favorite color. I never asked if I could opt out, but I mean, because I didn't want to get in trouble or anything.
And that's really what made him uncomfortable.
So his son, who is in 5th grade, has to watch this book about the color of the shadow and all of this. And then they have this thing called the buddy system, which is actually a cool idea. So the older kid gets together with the younger kid, and the younger kid is in kindergarten, and this kid is in a 5th grade, and now this kid sits with the kindergarten kid, and they look at the book again, or they watch it in a movie, and then what's that doing? It's literally reinstating it's putting that in this young kid's head, because now the older kid is in some level indoctrinating the younger kid. That's exactly so they're teaching the older kid to go to the younger kid and say, oh no, this book is totally great. This is all, look at this. But that kid just said right there that the actual 5th grader said that he wasn't even comfortable teaching this to the younger kid.
Was he's got this buddy. They pair the 5th graders, 11-year-olds, with kindergartners, age 5, as part of a mentorship where they can, first time at school. And these older brothers, older sisters are buddies with them throughout the entire school year. They spend between a half hour and an hour each week together. What's most concerning is the school is using our child to disseminate this information to someone that is clearly looking up to them, a 5-year-old. So we wrote the 5th grade teacher. We asked the how and the why, and that response is actually even more concerning.
Wow.
The response was, well, this is just an exercise in colors. The buddies are just playing with, their shadows and asking what color their shadows are. And, it's not gender identification. It has nothing to do with that.
It's not just a shadow. It's your innermost you.
We're clearly in disagreement on that, but we want parents to be aware. And the fact that they're using kids to teach other kids. There is a weekly recap that we get from our specific fit.
He just said it. The dad just said it. They're using kids to indoctrinate other kids. And then when the actual parent went to school and said, what is this book? No one told me you were going to be using this book. What is this book? How can we? And then the teacher completely lied. It's just about colors. It is not just about colors. It is clearly about gender and gender presentation and how. So I'm just telling you all, I'm just up to here with all of this This is pure 100% indoctrination. There is no need for a child to look at these kinds of things. You are completely messing with kids' heads. You are confusing them about what a male and a female is, what a man and woman is, what a boy and girl is. Everything else is this tiny, weeny, small. Why are we now making it so huge that kids are like, what am I? I'm not sure what I am. To me, that feels like the ultimate goal. Like you want to confuse kids on who and what they are, so that you can manipulate them at such an early age. Kindergarten? No. No. Thank God for parents like this. Thank God parents are starting to stand up against this. Okay? I am LGBT. I'm a member of that community, and I disagree. I'm not the only one. There are many of us who disagree with this. It is not okay. This is not a space for children at all. Did you also notice that the girl, right? The girl shadow was attracted to the other girl. They kind of slid that right in there. Sexuality. They're talking about sexuality to 5th graders and kindergarten. Ugh. So, okay, now let me just show you this last one because I also find this to be very fascinating.
Is it a boy or a girl? It's a They by Lindsay Harriet. This book is all about welcoming a new baby into the family and not knowing how that baby will identify when they grow up. So we're not going to be assuming their gender. It's really ideal for people who are practicing gender creative parenting and already have one child and are trying to sort of explain this concept before the new baby gets here. But it's also useful for any family trying to introduce this whole concept to a small kid. Let's get into
I just can't even believe I watched that. That's a book about a baby that they're going to call They. And it's supposedly if you already have another kid and you're bringing the kid in so that you can show that you don't want to assume the child's gender. All of these crazy words, these words that make no sense, that are teaching young people some insane concept of this idea that gender is not, that sex is not a thing. It's literally assigned. No, it's observed. You are either male or female, period, done. But instead they're teaching these kids, like, you can be whatever you want to be. Like, what, people? Come on, man. Seriously. I'm all about teaching people about diversity and all of that kind of stuff, but you have to start when kids really understand what's going on. And instead now you're confusing them. It's gross and it's disgusting. And can we just stop now? Can we please just stop and get on with our lives? Thanks for watching, everybody. Totally appreciate you. I just help me, please. But you know what? Thanks again. Totally appreciate it. Because if we start to talk about this stuff, and we really, well, we already are, but if we get it out there, you know, more and more people are going to see it, and people aren't going to feel alone. They're not going to feel like, am I just going nuts here? What's happening? No, you're not alone. And we all feel like we're going nuts, and we all have to stop this. Save the kids. Sending you all love. Have a beautiful, awesome day, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.